Stories to create a better life. Reading two stories published in the book New Earth by Ekhart Tolle. The first is Carrying the Past. The inability, or rather the unwillingness of the human mind to let go of the past is beautifully illustrated in the story of two Zen monks, Tanzan and Aikido, who were walking along a country road that had become extremely muddy after heavy rains. Near a village, they came upon a young woman who was trying to cross the road, but the mud was so deep because of the rain, it would have been ruined her silk kimono she was wearing. Tanzan at once picked her up and carried her to the other side. The monks walked in silence. 5 hours later, as they were approaching the lodging temple, Ikido couldn't restrain himself any longer. Why did you carry the girl across the road? He asked. We monks are not supposed to do the things like that. I put the girl down hours ago, said Tanzan. Are you still carrying it? Now imagine what life would have been like for someone who lived like a kiddo all the time, unable or unwilling to let go internally of situations, accumulating more and more stuff inside, and you get the same sense of what life is for the majority of people on our planet. What a heavy burden of past they can carry around with them in their minds. Now, the second story is the duck with the human mind. Whenever two ducks get into a fight, which never lasts long, they will separate and float off in opposite directions. Then each duck will flap its wings vigorously a few times, thus releasing the surplus energy that builds up during the fight. After they flap their wings, they float on peacefully as if nothing has ever happened. If the duck had a human mind, now suppose if the duck had a human mind, it would keep the fight alive by thinking, by story making. This would probably be the duck story. I don't believe what he just did. He came to within 5 inches of me. He thinks he owns this pond. He has no consideration for my private space. I'll never trust him again. I'm not going to stand for this. I'll teach him a lesson he won't forget. And on the mind spins its tales, still thinking and talking about it days, months, or years later. As far as the body is concerned, the fight is still continuing, and the energy it generates in response to all those thoughts and emotion, which in turn generates more thinking. This becomes the emotional thinking of the ego. What Eckhart says is this becomes the emotional thinking of the ego. You can see how problematic the duck's life would have been if it had a human mind. But this is how most humans live all the time. No situation or event is really finished. The mind and the mind made me and my story. Me and my story, keep it going. Our Dutch lesson is this: flap your wings, which translate as let go the story and return to the only place of power, the present moment. Thank you.